All right, boys, what is going on? So in this video, it's gonna be a quick one. Just wanna bring you guys this little lecture on short-term versus long-term progress in the gym. So this topic, you could say, is very dear to my heart. I've really gone through the frustrations and mistakes that it comes to this topic. As you can see in the red here, just going up and down in your fitness, like gaining a bunch of muscle, doing like the dirty bulk, as you could say here, gaining a ton of muscle, then also gaining some fats, and then reaching that point where you're just way too fat, you're very uncomfortable with how much body fat you have, and just wanting to cut super fast, just crash your calories, add a ton of cardio that you don't need, only to get to this point where you just lose a ton of muscle again, and you're only making small gains every time you do this. And you might hit a plateau here and there, like you just have no consistency in your progress, and you're just going up and down, back and forth, and you're just left frustrated, but you're still going like to the gym. You're still consistent. You're not falling off of your routine and your schedule. All you're doing is just like not tracking the inputs that you need in place. So basically what you need to know with this is, I've struggled with this pretty much all of my lifting journey ever since I started at 17 years old up until I was 21. So the past 4 years, I've been doing this the wrong way. And now I'm 22 years old. Over the past 9 months, I created my precision inputs method, which is what I teach my clients as well. I think it's by far the best lifting system as a whole in terms of your training, your diet, how to optimize your endocrine system, your hormones, your sleep and recovery, how to add cardio the right way instead of just doing too much and just burning yourself out. It all plays a part into this green line right here. So this is what I wish I did from day one, is just start small, start boring, but actually think long-term and make more, you're gonna make more progress faster long-term than if you focus on the short-term, just bursts of gaining muscle really fast and then losing it all when you go to do a cut and you crash all your calories. That's what I was doing before. So what I wish I knew was just focusing on the actual system in place and the inputs, because the goal really does not matter. Like, you just want to set a goal to know the direction you're going in terms of doing a lean bulk or doing a cut or a recomp. You can really do that at any stage in your lifting journey, which is what I'm doing now. Like currently I'm doing a recomp, which is where you lose body fat and build muscle at the same time. I'm able to do this even 5 years into lifting, like in the gym consistently. So it's all has to do with really just your controlled inputs, your controlled, precise things that you actually do, like your actionable things. And the biggest thing here is just to focus on smaller variables. So you don't want like too many things that you want to change. The actual things that move the needle, have those things in place every single day. It's just like a little checklist that I also give my clients as well. Just, you have to do this every single day. And it's a few different just checklists, precise inputs, because all of the inputs is the equation to get the output that you want. So for example here, if I were to start from day one just doing the boring, precise inputs that I knew were gonna work, but I didn't get like my ego or my impatience get in the way of doing just short bursts of making progress here, because it does feel good to make really fast progress in the short term. You hit a dirty bulk right here and you're gonna make way more progress. You're gonna gain a lot of muscle and just feel really strong and big, and it's gonna feel good in the gym. But then you're also going to put on way too much fat that you just don't need, and it's just unnecessary to do. And then, like I said, you're gonna cut again, and just the cycle just repeats itself if you don't have the right things in place. And over time, you will make progress. So you're gonna start from day one here, and you're gonna end up somewhere around the middle here. But then if you can really dedicate yourself to just focus every single day is a new day. You just have certain action steps on your plan. You know the precise inputs you need to do. You're not gonna have these frustrations of getting too fat and then trying to cut and then just getting way too skinny, losing all your strength and size, knowing that you just lost months of progress in the gym that you can't get back. Like it's a little bit easier to get back. Like the muscle memory is a real thing, but why would you want to rely on muscle memory if you don't have to burn that muscle in the first place? If you have everything in check, you're gaining lean muscle without putting on fats, and you're gonna gain a little bit, just marginal 1% gain of fats, because that's what a calorie surplus does. But if you can have it very controlled, you don't have to cut every, few months. You might have to cut maybe once a year. And just to get back to, that 10% body fat that everyone should be at, like 8 to 10% body fat is where you should start your lean bulk. And then just lean bulk from there. It's going to be a little bit slower in the short term, as you can see in this little blue part of the graph right here. So the green is only gaining a little bit in this short window. It's not going to be as fast as this big spike of a dirty bulk, which is what I used to do. So like I said, you're going to get the gratification of thinking you're making really fast progress. But then again, the dips go down and then you hit plateaus. You don't have consistency in your plan and you don't have the controlled variables, the controlled inputs in place. You really don't need to change too much. The difference between a lean bulk and a cut is really just the amount of calories you're eating, when you're eating your carbs, how you space your meals throughout the day. It's really only about timing and calorie totals and a little bit with your training plan as well. Like you should be doing pretty low volume and high intensity lifting really for both of these because it's going to be the best for long-term recovery and just growth overall. But if you don't know really what the steps are in the plan, if you don't have the correct, precise inputs that you need, you're going to be stuck in the plateaus. You're going to be stuck in the ups and downs like I was, and you're just going to be frustrated. Like I've been through all the frustrations, knowing that it's possible to make better progress in the gym, but just not knowing how. And it wasn't until I really just dove into like human biology, like looking into what makes muscles grow, what are the fundamentals of progress in the gym, the first principles, how to time certain nutrients correctly, to spike insulin, shuttle nutrients more to muscles instead of your fat cells, to make lean bulking way more efficient and not gain fat in the process. There's so many little things that you can learn and apply to these end inputs that I give my clients as well. I use myself, and that's why I'm able to get the best results in the gym after 5 years of lifting. I've made more progress in the last 9 months in 5 years total than the previous, 4 years and 3 months of doing it. Like I've genuinely, it's been night and day, and I love what I do. I love geeking out about fitness, learning everything that I can to make the best progress because I'm in this for the long term. I'm not just here to do a 30-day challenge to get as lean as possible. I used to do that too. Like if I was going to go on vacation, I want to get super lean to like look good on the beach, but it's just not worth it in the long term. Like you have to really know how to play the game correctly, because I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you want to be the most long-term in fitness. Like when you're 50, 60, 70 years old, you want to be looking amazing, feeling good, feeling healthy, ripped, lean, strong, like feeling good in your body. And that only comes with long-term progress. And it's going to be a little bit slower in the short term, kind of what you can see in the graph, but it's always going to be worth it. You're going to beat the competition because most people don't have a plan. Most people are doing this red. Trust me. Like I've seen so many people over the years in the gym not make, if any progress at all, because they have no plan, they have no structure, and they just get left behind against the people that do. So really ask yourself, like, do you have everything in place? Do you know that you're doing everything 100% to the best of your ability? And it doesn't really take too much time. It just takes the applied knowledge, the applied inputs to your plan, and you can make way better results. So if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram. I answer all the DMs that I get, and I'll see you guys in the next one.